Let's talk about relationships, ladies. Have you ever felt like you're putting in all the effort, bending over backwards to make your partner happy, only to find that it's pushing them away? It's a common problem, and often it stems from being too accommodating, too easy in the relationship. Now, I'm not saying you should play games or be manipulative, absolutely not. But there's a sweet spot between being completely aloof and being a pushover. In this video, we're diving deep into 5 powerful ways you can be a challenge for your man in a relationship in a good way. These aren't about playing hard to get, but about being the best version of yourself and creating a dynamic where he's inspired to step up and cherish you. Because a little bit of challenge, my friends, is the spark that keeps the flame burning bright. Are you ready to unlock that irresistible magnetism? Let's get started. The first way to be a challenge, to be magnetic, is to have a life outside of your relationship. This means dedicating time to yourself, to your passions, and to your personal growth. It's about carving out moments that are just for you, where you can recharge and reconnect with who you are at your core. And this is so crucial, ladies. It's not just about being independent, it's about being whole. When you invest in yourself, you bring a richer, more vibrant version of you to the relationship. Think about it. Would you be attracted to a man whose entire world revolved around you, someone who had no other interests, no other passions, and no other commitments? It might feel flattering at first, but soon it would become overwhelming and even a bit stifling. Someone who dropped everything at your beck and call, who had no interests or passions outside of the relationship? Probably not. You'd start to feel the pressure of being their everything, and that's a heavy burden to carry. It can feel a little suffocating, right? The same goes for men. They need space to breathe, to pursue their own interests, and to grow as individuals. Well, men feel the same way. They appreciate a partner who is self-sufficient, who has her own life, and who doesn't rely on them for her sense of identity or happiness. They're drawn to women who are vibrant, who have their own thing going on. Women who are confident in their own skin, who know what they want and who aren't afraid to go after it. Women who are interesting, engaging, and a little elusive because they're out there living their lives. This sense of mystery and independence is incredibly attractive. This isn't about neglecting your partner or being emotionally unavailable. It's about finding a balance where you can be both a loving partner and a fulfilled individual. It's about nurturing your own passions, pursuing your hobbies, having your own friends and experiences. These are the things that make you unique and interesting. It's about being a complete and fulfilled individual, which, by the way, makes you infinitely more attractive. When you are happy and content with your own life, you bring a positive energy to the relationship. When you have your own life, you bring new stories and experiences to the table. You have more to talk about, more to share, and more to contribute to the relationship. You become a breath of fresh air in the relationship. Your partner will look forward to hearing about your day, your adventures, and your thoughts. And most importantly, you demonstrate that you're not dependent on him for your happiness. You create your own. This shows that you are strong, independent, and capable of taking care of yourself. That, my friends, is incredibly sexy. It's the kind of confidence and self-assuredness that draws people in and keeps them interested. So take the time to invest in yourself, to pursue your passions, and to live your life to the fullest. Not only will you be happier, but your relationship will be stronger and more fulfilling as a result. Now, this next point might sound a little counterintuitive, but trust me on this one. Let him pursue you. It might seem old-fashioned in today's world where equality is emphasized, but there's a reason why this dynamic works so well in the early stages of a relationship. In the early stages of a relationship, it's natural for there to be a chase. This chase is not just a game, it's a fundamental part of human courtship. It creates a sense of excitement and anticipation, which are crucial for building a strong emotional connection. It's exciting, it's exhilarating, and it's part of what builds that initial attraction. The thrill of the chase can make both parties feel more alive and engaged. It's a dance of mutual interest and effort where both partners show their best selves. But somewhere along the line, many women start taking over the reins, initiating everything from dates to conversations to intimacy. This shift often happens because women want to show their interest and keep the momentum going. However, this can sometimes lead to an imbalance in the relationship dynamics. And while your intentions might be good, you want to show him you're interested, you want to keep things going, it can actually have the opposite effect. When a woman takes over too much, it can make the man feel less needed and less motivated to put in effort. Men have a deep-seated desire to feel like they're the pursuer, the one who's winning you over. This isn't about playing hard to get, it's about allowing him to feel like he's actively contributing to the relationship. It gives him a sense of purpose and fulfillment. It's wired into their DNA. This instinct to pursue and protect is something that has been ingrained in men for generations. It's a part of their identity and how they express their affection and commitment. When you constantly take the lead, you rob him of that opportunity. It can make him feel like a passive participant rather than an active partner. This can lead to feelings of frustration and disengagement on both sides. So how do you let him pursue you without seeming completely uninterested? The key is to strike a balance. Show your interest and enthusiasm, but also give him the space to take initiative. It's all about finding the balance. You don't have to sit back and do nothing, but you also don't have to take charge of everything. Let him know that you're interested, but allow him to take the lead in planning and decision-making. Respond to his text, but don't be afraid to take your time. This doesn't mean playing games or being manipulative. It simply means not rushing to respond immediately. Give him the chance to miss you and think about you. Let him plan the dates, even if it's just suggesting a restaurant. This shows that you trust his judgment and appreciate his efforts. It also gives him the opportunity to impress you and show his creativity. And when he does make an effort, acknowledge it. Show your appreciation for his gestures, no matter how small they might seem. This positive reinforcement encourages him to continue putting in effort. Let him know that you appreciate him taking the lead. This not only boosts his confidence, but also strengthens the bond between you. It creates a dynamic where both partners feel valued and respected, leading to a more fulfilling and balanced relationship. The art of boundaries. Boundaries, ladies. They're not just a buzzword, they're the foundation of a healthy and fulfilling relationship. When you set clear boundaries, you're essentially saying, this is what I will and will not accept. It's about knowing your worth, communicating your needs, and refusing to settle for anything less than respect. This applies to everything from how you want to be treated to how you spend your time. It's about being comfortable saying no when you need to without feeling guilty or obligated. Now, setting boundaries isn't about being controlling or demanding. It's about having self-respect and expecting your partner to do the same. And here's the thing about boundaries. They're incredibly attractive. When you're clear about your limits, you show him that you're not a pushover, that you value yourself, and that you're not afraid to walk away if he doesn't meet your standards. Ladies, please note that the best form of communication with men is not necessarily words, but actions. And many times, men will only pay attention to your boundaries when you set it in a calm and self-controlled way, but with your action. If you like to know how to set in healthy boundaries properly, Greta has a boundary video for sale on her website, or just book Greta for coaching, and she will guide you how it's done. Don't let your emotions run wild. We all have emotions. They're part of what makes us human. Emotions can be beautiful. They can bring us closer to others, and they can help us understand ourselves better. They are the colors that paint the canvas of our lives. But letting your emotions dictate your actions in a relationship, that can lead to misunderstandings, hurt feelings, and even long-term damage. It's easy to let emotions take the driver's seat, especially when you're feeling hurt or misunderstood. That's a recipe for disaster. When emotions run wild, they can cloud your judgment and make it difficult to see things clearly. You might say things you don't mean or make decisions you'll later regret. Think about it. Have you ever reacted to something your partner did in the heat of the moment, only to regret it later when you've had time to cool down? We've all been there. It's a common experience, but it's one that can be avoided with a little knowledge and self-control. The key to being a challenge in a relationship, to maintaining that spark, is to be in control of your emotions. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings or pretending they don't exist. It means acknowledging them, understanding them, and then choosing how to respond. It's about not overreacting to every little thing, not letting small issues escalate into big problems. It's about keeping perspective and remembering that not every disagreement is a threat to your relationship, not letting your insecurities get the best of you. Insecurities can be powerful, but they don't have to control you. By recognizing them, you can prevent them from sabotaging your relationship. Now, this doesn't mean you should bottle up your feelings or pretend everything's okay when it's not. It's important to understand with how you're feeling. But instead of overreacting, choosing to calm down first, and then once the fog is gone, thinking about an appropriate approach to the situation. Controlling your emotions means choosing a logical solution to the situation. Instead of flying off the handle, take a step back, breathe. Give yourself a moment to calm down and think about what you really want to say. Give yourself time to process what you're feeling and why you're feeling it. This can help you gain clarity and perspective, making it easier to come up with a rational solution. Remember, men respect women that have emotional control, who don't throw tantrums like children or text essays when they are upset. That is immature and overwhelming to the opposite sex. It's not about winning an argument or proving a point. And in all honesty, you will never win any argument if you will lose emotional control. As the saying goes, it's the person who controls their emotions that wins. By learning how to manage your emotions and communicating effectively, you can create a deeper connection and intimacy with your partner. So next time you feel your emotions starting to take over, take a deep breath, step back, and remember that you have the power to choose how you respond. Your relationship will be stronger for it. Shine your light. This last point is so simple yet so powerful. Be positive. Look, life is too short to be with someone who's constantly negative, who drains your energy and brings you down. And the same goes for him. Men are drawn to women who radiate positivity, who bring joy and lightness into their lives. They want a partner who uplifts them, who makes them feel good about themselves. This doesn't mean you have to be happy all the time or pretend everything's perfect. It's about choosing to focus on the good, on appreciating the little things, and on approaching challenges with a positive attitude. When you're positive, you become a magnet for good things, including a deeper and more fulfilling relationship. Becoming irresistible. So there you have it, 5 powerful ways to be a challenge for your man in a relationship in the best way possible. Remember, it's not about playing games or manipulating him. It's about being your most confident, independent, and radiant self. Embrace these tips, ladies, and watch as your relationship transforms into a passionate, fulfilling, and unshakable bond. And if you feel like you need more guidance, book Greta for coaching, and she will help you how to navigate these complex waters. Greta also has some very helpful videos for sale, such as How to Be Attractive Over Text, Games Men Play, High Value Women Course, How to Go from Single to a Happy, Healthy Relationship, How to Set in Healthy Boundaries, and How to Fulfill a Man's Love Needs So He Loves You Forever. You will find all of these videos for sale on Greta's website, gretaberisate.com, and the link will be in the video description box below. Now go out there and shine.